So, okay, so this is what we are discussing. So, yesterday we have seen we created on the ASA, we created zone, inside zone, and the outside zone. Okay, control Z, control this one. Inside zone 100 security level, outside zone 0 security level. And from here, can you able to access the internet? Ping a dot sorry, a.a.a.2. Yes, you can. Yes, so you are able to reach here. And how you achieve? Just by using the class map, policy map, and you inspect this one. Okay, so there are some ACLs. Okay, let me just increase the font little bit. There is an option in the view preference, font size. Okay, CLI. I will make it 12. And this one 10. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is better now. Okay, so what I have done is I have created some AC. So let me go ahead and remove that. This is list yesterday because I was testing something. No access list, no access list, DMC2 out. Okay, okay, let's do one. There's another option. If you want to remove this, just go here. Okay, select this all, copy, copied or not here, copy. Use the notepad. You can use the notepad. Okay, then put no everywhere. No, no, this is not actually in if you are doing a CCI, right, so you need to use the more use of laptop, this one, notepad, because this notepad will save your time, lot of time. The finally no access group here, no access group here. So we will see that once again in the detail. Okay, so let's go to terminal and paste here. So run. Let's see, is anything remain? Okay, still something remain here. So we can go no access rates list standard something. Permitted. There is one more thing. Allow in copy paste IP, sorry, permit IP done. So access list. Let's see. So there is no access list now. Yeah, we are good now. So run. More thing was there. Let me remove this one also. Interface. Delete the node, no IP address, no name, and no what is called security level. Done. So we are back what we had yesterday. Okay. So this is just what I removed is actually I was trying something here. So that is the configuration it has. So let's try pinging. Okay, from inside to outside you can able to ping. Okay, but we need to test this one. Are you trying to access from outside to inside? If yes, then yeah, then we need to make a suicide. Sorry, don't do that suicide. But this is what the from outside no one can come. Why? Because this is the default behavior. See, I don't have a ACL here. See, show access, show access list. I don't have any ACL here. So then why the outside people are not coming here? We have all the routing and everything in place. Why the outside people are not coming? Why? Because there is no because this is a default rule. The 100 security level they can go outside, but outside no one can come here. This is the default behavior of the ASA. So that we have seen. Perfect. Okay. Next is let's create another zone. So what I will do is let's take for the DMZ. Let's take one of the core switch, one of the switch, and we will make a routing here between here and there. Okay, so it is connected from FA01 to here, and let me also have one machine for the testing. Okay, so see before see there are two networks actually. What are the networks between here to here? This will be one network, and this will be one network because this is a LAN. So let's say this is the DMZ. The subnet is 192.168. Let's say uh, uh, 50.10, and the gateway will be 192.168.50.1, which will be the VLAN interface. So we are going to the switch. Okay, so this is a switch, right? So what we are going to do, we are just configure terminal interface VLAN 1. By default all interface VLAN 1. So I'm creating that only. IP address I'm giving 192.168.50.1 255.255.255.0. No, sir. Okay, this interface came back. So are you able to ping your machine below 192.168.50.10? Yes, you are able to ping. So this side is done. Then now I need to configure the interface towards layer 3 interface towards this one. So I need to make this the interface. And can you see here? This is a fast Ethernet 0 and this is Giga Ethernet 0. So what will happen in this scenario? This is a 1000 Mbps, this is 100 Mbps. So the speed will be downgraded. So here the interface, the link speed will be 100 Mbps. But in this scenario, here also 1 MB, sorry 1 GB, here also 1 GB. So speed will be 1 GB. So generally we calculate this is very matter when you connect from here to here. Okay. So but here we are not bothering about the speed and all. So here one thing we need to enable first, give the host name. Let's say DMZ switch. Okay, DMZ switch. Next is you need to enable IP routing. Why? Please don't ask. It is required in the L3 switch to enable the routing capability. Okay. Now IP routing enable. Now what is the interface? Fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So what I will do is fast Ethernet interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. I will go here. I will say no switch port mode. See why I use this one, because I don't want it is part of any VLAN. No switch port mode. Now I'm giving the IP address. IP address. Let's do one thing. Let's not use that one, because again I need to make so many configurations. So I just want to use the routing actually. So let me remove it and just let's take any router here. Let's take this router. Okay. I just wanted to show you the routing between firewall and the devices. Okay, this is better. Both are the Giga Ethernet, and from here it is going 0 to 0. Okay. So what I need to do here on this interface, particular interface, okay, I just need to use that IP address. I will use config terminal host name DMZ RTR router. So interface Giga Ethernet 0 by 1 IP address will be 192.168.50.1 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Can you see it is no shutdown? And this side, the another side, I'm going to use 0 by 0. No. Okay. So 0 by 0. And here I will put the IP address. You need to give the another network here. So what I will do, I will use 192.168. Dot, let's say 30 30.1 30.2 here 255.255.255.0 no shutdown. Okay, so I can put the description towards firewall teams. So this description I give what I have given. Okay, so can I ping to my machine now 192.168.50.10? Yes, I can ping. So I will write down here 192.168.50.10. This is my machine. Okay. So now we need to configure the DMZ interface. Give this interface, it should be 192.168. What IP address we have taken here? Show IP interface be 192.168 30.2. So my firewall interface will be 30.1. Okay. Then we will do the routing. So first we will configure the ASA interface. Okay. Config terminal interface Giga Ethernet 1 by 3. Okay. Then first IP address. IP address is 192.168.30.1 255.255.255.0. Then name if will be the DMZ, another zone. And the security level will be I want to put the 50. Done. So if you go and check the firewall, show IP address, this command. So you will see inside zone, this is the one. Outside zone, this is the one. And DMZ zone, this is the one. Okay. So show run if I put here, I think I need to remove one more thing. Let's create a display. No, no object. Because I will create it now. So what we have done? Show IP address. So right now we have a third DMZ. So can we ping directly connected network? Yes. 192.168.30.2. Are you able to ping? Yes. Why? Because they are directly connected, right? They are directly connected. This interface from here to here. They are in the same network. Okay. Now, now, out anyone from you, can you tell me the ASA firewall, which route it don't have out of this network? Which network it is not aware?
DMZ.
Perfect. Excellent. 192.168.50 dot network. This network is not known by the firewall. So it cannot reach here. Okay. To reach there, what we are going to do is a multiple option. What you can do, you can put the static route here. Right? So and if you see, look at this router. Okay. This DMZ want to go to inside, right? So how it will go? Because it is aware only 30 and 50. It is not aware about 192.168.10.1. It's not aware about the default route, internet, nothing he don't know. He don't know anything. So what we can do, we can run a routing between these two. So whatever the ASA has all the routes, right? So you can see here, show route. So it has 10 dot network. Also it has 1 dot network. It is also have the all the routes here. So let's configure the we will use EIGRP because both are the Cisco, right? So router how protocol RIP, OSPF and EIGRP support. Okay. So what we can do is we will use EIGRP. Take anything 10 EIGRP process automation system. The network. What network you need to advertise? Okay. So right now I just need to advertise these two guys. My directly connected network. 192.168.30.0. Okay. And if you go here, you can just configure the router, EIGRP 10 network 192.168.30.0. Okay, now they become the neighbors. Now if you go and check here, so IP, so EIGRP, so IP, EIGRP neighbors. Can you see? This is the firewall. It is the neighborship with the firewall. So if you go here and check, show EIGRP neighbor. Can you see? It is showing this guy is the neighbor. But have you received the all the okay? Now you have the neighborship. Have you received any route from EIGRP? No, nothing. No routes here. Why? Because we just advertise the directly connected networks. So, but the ASA has this network, ASA has this network, all the networks are there. So, what we can do, there is something called redistribution. We will use the redistribution. Okay, what you can do, redistribute connected. Whatever the connected, redistribute all. Also redistribute static. Whatever the static route ASA has, redistribute. To whom? To the EIGRP. Now just go here. Now just check. Redistribute static, redistribute connected. Should not take this time. Clear EIGRP. Clear IP. Uh, hmm. There is no for OSPF we can refresh the neighborship and this one will refresh, but here so IP route nothing is coming. Okay. So what we can do till that time, we will advertise our another network. Network 192.168.50.0. This network we advertise to the firewall. So now just go and check into the firewall. Can you see the 50 came? Okay, we advertise this one. But here we are still not receiving the route. So IP route. Why? Then there could be some issues. Maybe the ASA is blocking or something like that. So let's do our traditional. Don't go for the traditional. What we will do, we'll remove it. No static distribution and no. And what we will do is we will directly say advertise our own network. Show interface IP print. So what are the interfaces we have? This one. So network. Just go net router EIGRP 10. Okay, network. Now advertise the this network. You directly connected networks. 30 we already advertised. Now advertise this one. 192.168.10.0. That. Then you have another network. One dot 0. This network also advertise this. So now go and check here. Did you receive those routes? Yes, we received these routes. See, one dot network this one. But still, this guy cannot go to the internet because he don't have internet route. So there are two options. What you can do is, you can put a default route towards A. So that see this. If you want to go to this site, then we have a route. But to the internet 0.0, you don't have a route. So what you can use default route you can use towards A. So what will happen if any traffic apart from the routing table come? So it will just pass to the ASA. ASA will pass to here, and from here it will go to the internet. So see, in the routing there are n number of options you have. So you need to make the routing easy. No, don't make much complexity and all. 0.0, and the next hop will be the ASA 192.168.30.1. So now we have the default outlets. Done. So see, before the security, the routing is important, and before the routing, the switching is important. Just try to understand that how the routing is. See, if your routing is not good, then how the security will work, right? How the policies will work. Now we are good. So if you go and see, the router is the ASA is the central point, so you can see or review all the networks. One network, this is the WAN. 192.168.10, this is the LAN. Or 30, this is another WAN towards DMZ. 50, this is the DMZ subnet. And 00, it is the your network, right? You have all the things. So are you able to reach 192.168.50.10? Yes, this is a DMZ subnet. ASA can go there. Can ASA go to the 30.10 LAN? No, no, LAN is 10. LAN is 10.10. No, it is not that also. It is 10.50 actually. We give the DSCP, right? Remember, 10.50 is that machine. 10.50. Can you see? And are you able to reach to the internet from firewall 8.8.8.2? Yes. Here is the deal. See, ASA has three zones: show IP address, okay, inside, outside, and DMZ. And each side we have different networks. So from ASA, it is a central point. We can reach this connectivity is very important. You can reach to the internet. First point. You can reach to the DMZ. Your routing is perfectly working. And 50 10.50 this is a LAN, and 30.10 50.10 answer 10.50 and 50.10, that is the DM. 50.10, come on, 50.10, yeah, this is the DM. So you are reaching all the networks, so this is fine, perfectly working. So if you work from ASA, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here. Okay, now let's test. Can, by default, can this guy go to the internet? That we have to check, very important. Yes, it can go to the internet. Can this guy go to the DMZ 192.168.50.10? This is what I was testing yesterday. So what happened is, see, the but default behavior of the ASA is this is in the 50 zone, this is in the 100 zone. So default behavior they can go, but in the packet tracer, this I spent much time here to fix that, but I found some block. There is look like some bug is there, but ideally it should go. Why? Because it is from lower security, right? It is lower security to higher security. So see, 50.10, it is not going there. So somehow ASA is still top, but ideally from 100 to 50, yes, they can go. Write down the zone name here. Sorry, not this one. Text. So it is my DMZ zone, DMZ, and the security level is 50. So in theory, the 100 can go to outside, and the people from 100 zone, they can go to outside, they can go to DMZ. Okay, this is perfect. And in theory, the people from the 50 DMZ, it can go to the outside. Why? Because there is it is coming from 50 zone, and the zone security level is outside lower. So higher to lower, it is allowed by default. So it should go ideally. So but before that, we need to give the NAT. Okay, what we can do, we can give the NATing. So what we can say, we'll say will here NATing is something object. We need to create the object network. Let's say DMZ. Okay, what is the subnet of your DMZ? 192.168.50.0 255.255.255.0 is your subnet. Now next NAT. What you are going to NAT DMZ to DMZ comma outside. They want to go. How? Dynamic. See, if you put the dynamic, then it will be pat. But pat we are already used. Let's use the static one. So I'm using the static. So whenever any traffic come from DMZ to outside, just make it 1.1.1.100. Done. So now we have given the NATing. Now let's say here. See when and see I have two NATs here. Okay, in the ASA. So run. You see here. See one is inside to outside. If anyone go, then what ASA will do, it will take the dynamic path. So whatever the outside interface, what is the outside interface? 1.1.1.1. So it will use that. And what I have used the static one here. From any traffic from DMZ to outside they want to go, they will bind to the 1.1.1.100. So let's test that. So not see here. So let me go to the internet. So this is going, and from here let me go to the internet. 8.8.8.2. See, it is actually not going. Why? Because I don't know, there is some bug there, but in theory it should go. But still I can see the traffic on the NAT here. Show xlat. Can you see one traffic is coming as a pat ICMP pat from inside? Can you see 192.168.10.53? It's going outside. See 1.1.1. Similarly, one NAT from DMZ 192.168.50. Okay, it's going to outside. Can you see this one? 1.100. So NATing is doing perfectly here. So when inside to outside they go, it will take this IP address, and one DMZ to outside, so it will NAT with this one. So this is working. But you know, when I'm trying to ping here, this is not pinging. But logically in the real time, I tried in my production thing, it working. So because even in the GNS if you try, it will work. But in the packet tracer, why I did not show the GNS yet? Because it is again, it required your CPU, your hard disk, you need some higher configuration things and all. But packet tracer you got handy with the routing and switching. That's why we are continuing with the packet tracer. ASA with this packet tracer they have provided, but somehow it is not working. But logically what will happen, they can go here, but they cannot go here. Why? Because they are 50 to 100. Okay, now if there is a requirement, if you want to transfer, this guy want to talk to this particular server. So what is the server? 192.168.10.53 or 54 something. IP address 10.53. 10.53. Okay, so but what will happen? This guy, it is, let's say this is the application server, and he want to talk to the database on port 80 or some port 8080. But where it is sitting, it is sitting in the outside DMZ. He cannot go here. So how to allow that? Then you need to create the ACL, and you need to create the ACL saying that this on the inside you need to create the ACL that saying this person from DMZ want to come in and talk to this guy, and where you want to apply that in to the interface inside. Let's try that. But again, ping is not working on that. I don't know why. Okay, but still we can configure that. Config terminal. Okay, so one access list. What I want, access list. Okay, access list, I will say DMZ to in. This is my access list name. DMZ to in. Extended. I'm using the extended access list. Permit. What you are permitting? I'm permitting IP host. What is the host? 192.168.50.10, which is nothing but my DMZ machine. Destination. What is the destination IP address? He wants to talk to host 192.160 192.168.10.53. Okay, perfect. See what I have done. I'm using this ACL is for IP to IP. The entire all the ports, everything will work here. So this is one option where if you want to apply all IP to IP communication. Okay, this is one ACL. But there is another ACL. What you can do is instead of IP, you can use the protocol. Okay, I want TCP connection, TCP from which source? So let's say my source is 192.168.50.10. Okay, source wildcard 0.0.0.255. Okay, can you see how many options are coming here? What you where you want to go? Destination address. The destination address I have is 192.168.10.53. What is the destination wildcard mask? 0.0.0.255. And the question, what range? See, either you can put equivalent. Equivalent I want is which port you want to talk. See, you can use domain, FTP, SMTP, Telnet, or WW port 80, or you can use any port from here. See, you can use a range of port 80 to 30, 80 to 110. So 30 ports you want to allow. So you can use the range command. So now let's say I want to use the equivalent to 80. So I just put the 80. Doesn't pair. Oh, comma is here. 168. 10, okay, so let's do one thing. 50.10, right? So let's use the host because I'm using directly one machine to machine instead of the network. Here also I'm using the host, and I will remove this subnet mask, wildcard mask, and equivalent this one. Okay, done. Now I want another thing with the same thing. What I will this time I will use the range equivalent. I want to utilize the range. I want to use 4,000 to 5,000. Oops, 4,000. 400 to 500. Range it is 400. Port number 400 to, okay, equivalent range question mark. Let's say 100 dash, it is not taking 100 question mark to 200 question mark. Done. Okay, so it is not taking the dash, but so 100 to 200, whatever the port comes here, so entire range is there. Okay, and in the last what we do is, so like this your access list will be increased, this source to that destination, this source to that destination with particular port and all. And you know what, in the last there will be something called deny IP any to any. That's it. So if you go here, show run, if you see your access list, can you see here your access list is here. This is line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4 is a deny. So if these things don't match, three things don't match, the last will be any traffic will be denied. So how you can see that? Show access list. You see that? Can you see the line number 1, 2, 3, and the line number 4 is the deny one? Okay, and you can see the hits, how many hits coming there, right? So one more thing, this is you created only. Now you have to apply that. So how you will apply? You will apply saying where you can apply. This is very important point. Um, access group, say the access group, uh, DM, what is the access list name? DMZ to in. Okay, so in or out. So what I want is this traffic will be into my inside. So in interface inside, multiple options, or you can say in like out interface DMC. That option also available. So this is done. So now you can try accessing from here. I'm sure it will not work because some bug is there. I don't know. But when you say, but at least you can see the hits ping 192.168.10.53. It's dropping actually. Okay, but if I go here, show access list, show access list. Can you see here? It should allow somewhere. It should hit somewhere. Nothing is coming. So let me do one thing. Instead of applying here, let me apply here. Access list in interface DMC. Oh, it's working. Can you see here? In interface DMC. So what I have done is I have told that DMZ boss, this source want to go to access this destination. So this is the traffic police, he allowed that. So see here, I'm able to access. फिर रुक गया है ना. What a fun. See, just now it pinged, now it's not pinging. So okay, now just go here. Okay, down holding time expired. Something is there. If I go and check access list, can you see here? Okay, see hits here. So this is working. And you know the deny also, there are something is deny. If any another machine from here, if they want to access, so it will be access. So some EIGRP issue is going on. So IP EIGRP. So EIGRP. That's not right. So EIGRP neighbor. Some whole time or something it is denied. Ah, see, this is whole time and all these are some more like advanced thing like while router. Okay, limit exit. What it is saying? Retrieve limit access. Neighbor 30 AGRP 10 down. Retrieve limit exit. Adjacency. Okay, it came up. I don't know. Something happened. But in real time, it should not happen. So IP AGRP neighbor. Okay, see, it was down actually. But now let's try hitting again because we need a routing there, right? Without routing, this guy cannot go there. So this is how some problems here still in the packet tracer. So if you are using the GNS, so it will work perfectly. So IP show EIGRP neighbor. It is still not came. Okay, got it. Okay, so let me say this access list which I apply here. Let me show no. Can you see here? When I say no, see, please try to understand it. When I say no, the neighborship came up. So what was happening is the 192.168.30.10 to the, if you see here, show access list. See how danger access list is. See, you have only this communication allow. This is deny. So the EIGRP, as you know, the EIGRP packet is sent by this router that the firewall. Okay, so that particular neighbor, it is not allowed there. That's why it removed the EIGRP. So from this neighbor to that neighbor, you need to make a communication, right? So let's add that rule. Okay, so let me. I hope you understand, right? Because there is no ACL there. So ACL is denying the EIGRP. So you need to allow that. So how you can allow? Okay, let me make the access group once again come back. Let me take it back. Okay, when it comes, so EIGRP will go down, obviously. So, but what we will do, we will add another ACL. Okay, what we'll say, and this time we will use ACL. You need to give the line number. See, I'm copying it. See, neighborship is down because the firewall is blocking the neighborship. So it is coming from here to here. So what I need to do, I need to, I can use this access list line number. So you can just copy it, copy, and I can just use my notepad again. Okay, so here I will use 192.168.30 dot 30 dot 30.2 to 30 dot 1. So line number, see, line number is important. Now just see here, whenever I add this line number, so what will happen? We will see it now. So now go and paste it here. Line number will line. Okay. See, I put it here. So access list. But if you see here, what happened now? See, now this line actually it went here. It went down here after the deny. So my still EIGRP is denying. You understand the line, the numbering concept, how the ACL works. So what I need to do is generally in the real time ASA it take the lines, but again here in packet tracer line is not taking. So what I can do is I have another option. I can remove this ACL, deny ACL, copy, and I can put it back. So I will just remove the line because it is not liking the line. Okay, extended. Then access is extended. So just deny IP any. So access list. Oh, okay, no, it is not retrieved. No, first remove it. No, 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 no. Copy and paste. Copy, paste. First remove. This is gone now. So now see, once it is done, so neighborship will come back. That's for sure. So, but what I'm doing here, now I'm putting it back. So let's see the placement of the ACL. Okay, now see, show access list. Can you see the deny? It came down now, and I can see it is still blocking that. Okay, so there is still some I hope you understand the placement of rule, how the rule placement is. So for now what I can do is okay guys, any questions now? Hello, everyone is there or
Yes.
sleeping? sleeping?
Yes.
So see, it looks maybe you're finding some difficulties with the ACL, but ACL is the day-to-day activity. Without ACL, no work of the ACL. So if you want to work on not only ACL, any firewall, without ACL, nothing is working. So no, okay, this is fine now. Access list, neighbors support the. So this is how the communication works. So if you want to allow anyone, okay, let's try here. I want what I want is I want let's try this guy. This guy is from outside, right? I want to access my inside. Let's try that. 10.50. 10.50. Do you want to okay, allow? So what you can do? You can create another ACL. So from where this guy is coming, config terminal. So access list. Give the name out to in. First, do all the permit statement. Permit host. Who is the host? A.A.A. And where you want to go? You want to not to see. Always use permit extended permit. See, you remember standard and extended. In the extended, you can use host to host block, but in standard, sorry, in extended, you can use multiple combination, blocking the host, network, and protocol and port. Okay, now I'm permitting IP host 8.8.8.2 host. Who is the host? 192.168. What is called 10.53. Okay, so I'm completely allowing this one. This guy can talk to this guy. Done. Now I need to apply the ACL. Where I can apply? On outside. Access list, access group. For applying access group. Out to in. Okay. Where? In interface outside. So it will go. Ah, this is again packet tracer is doing something. So these are some challenges with packet. So what will happen generally when you apply it? So show access list. So can you see here? 8.8.2 permit from 8.8.2 to this guy. Okay, one more thing. I can do that. Host 1.1.1.1. No. So okay. So the moral of the story is see inside 100 security zone they can go outside, they can go DMZ. Okay, from lower security DMZ can go to outside but he cannot go to inside. For that you require the access list and your job role will be to modify the access list. Okay, and anyone from outside to inside, so generally we don't allow anyone, but outside to DMZ there is a requirement. If you have public server here, so people from internet can come here. So here outside to DMZ we allow, but again by allow like if you are breaking the default default behavior like 0 to 50, ASA will say no boss. By default it is blocked. But if you want to explicitly allow, then allow via ACL. So one ACL and we create the ACL by from source to source, source to destination, by port, by range, by application. Okay, and we apply that in on the particular interface. So that's it. If you understand this one and access list, how to add the access list, remove the access list, understanding that, that's it. And rest of the thing like this NAT and this routing part, this thing will be one time only. So if you suppose if you got the job in operation, so you're, so this is one site like this, you will have hundreds of firewalls, right? So what you need to do, you will get a requirement. Okay, I want to allow from this IP to this server on port 443. So what you need to do, first you need to see that in the firewall which network this belongs to, this guy. Okay, he belongs to 50. Okay, DMZ, this network belongs to inside. Okay, now see which access list is applied on the DMZ. Okay, then apply that, go and configure ACL saying be here to here, and you can just simply copy. You will see the existing ACLs there. So you can just copy that how I did in Notepad and just modify the IP address. And by during the change window, as I told, we work on the service now and all. So you need to, for the even for adding any security rule, see this is called ACL. So this is why I am showing you ASA is, so in the Palo Alto while creating policy, you will see lot of difference how the Palo Alto create the policies. So that time we will see that how to create that. So similarly in the access list now I allow the host, right? So you can allow the object. Okay, let's say you can create a object here, object network. See, you if you put the question mark object network. Let's say I have a let's say DMZ1. This is another one VLAN is there. And what is the subnet? Let's say subnet is something 10.10.10.0 255 sorry 255.255.255.0. Okay, done. Once object your group is created, you can create another object group. Okay, let's say object group is LAN1. Let's say you have another VLAN and you can create a subnet here. Let's say the subnet is here is 100 dot 100 dot 100. Okay, subnet is created. Now you want to apply the ACL like from DMZ to inside you want to apply. So what you can do is show run. Okay, just see the show run. Okay, these are the ACLs. Okay, so what we can do is terminal access list, access list. What is the access list? DMZ to in. See, like this, if you put the manual configuration, so the error will come. So what generally we do is show access list, right? Access list. So you can just copy this one of the line. Just copy one of the line, just to avoid any mistakes. Copy. So your ACL name and everything will be there. So just come here and you can modify here. Like it is not right now. It's not taking the line one. So let's remove it. Extended. Let me check one more thing. It is supporting or not. Access list DMZ to in extended. No. Okay. Extended. Now, what do you want? Permit. See, two options: either permit or deny. If you don't put any ACL, so it will put it will have ASA will have a default behavior. Lower security to higher block, higher to lower allow. Okay, so do you need any policy on the inside? Because inside can go outside and DMZ, but the policy required when you want to go DMZ can talk to the inside, outside can talk to the DMZ. That time only you require ACLs. So permit here you can use object group. Say just now we create the object network, right? Object group. Let's say what is called we created DMZ1, right? DMZ1. Next again object. Okay. Then you can put another object. What is the object name? LAN1. Okay. second. On not address group. Permit IP. Okay, here is the object. Object DMZ. See, in the object means a complete subnet is coming there. From DMZ LAN to this LAN 1. And where you want. See, you completely allow one subnet to another subnet. Instead of giving the IP and all, you can create the object. So like this, we do in day-to-day configuration in the ASA. Any questions here? Yes, no. भाई सब लोग है क्या सो गए? Who left?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you understand, right? The
Yes.
concept of ASA. So only one thing which I will say. Remember this one. Just take this pen. And with that note, we will stop the class today. Okay. Now see here. Remember, ASA is here. It is the boundary. Okay. It has the zones. Zone is nothing but the boundaries of your network. Inside boundary, outside boundary, and DMZ boundary. Okay. And in each boundary, there is a separate multiple networks are there. This side, multiple networks are there. This side, multiple networks are there. Okay. So the boundaries, this boundary inside, the default behavior is 100 to outside they can go. Yes. 100 to DMZ they can go. Yes. Green. So do you need any ACL here? No. Because ACL is required when explicitly you want to allow. Nothing is required. Now next. DMZ to outside. Can they go? Yes. Why? Because DMZ they are 50, 50 to 0 they can go. Not no. But when DMZ want to go here, it is blocked. So you need a ACL when DMZ people want to talk to inside. First ACL. Now second, outside to inside obviously not allowed. Outside to DMZ also not allowed. Why? Because the outside is 0 security level and DMZ is 50. So, but you want to allow that, then put another ACL here. What? From outside to DMZ. So in this diagram, I can say you will have a two ACLs. One is from DMZ people can go to the inside and outside people can come to the DMZ. There will be no rule to allow outside to inside because this is more secure. But DMZ you will have application server, so application server to database you need to allow the port and object and all. And similarly from here to access the web page 8 port 80 83 like this you can allow. So that's it. The ASA rule will be see what ASA does. ASA is doing NATing, ASA is doing routing, ASA is having the IP addresses, zones and all. Can you see? So this is a 50% work of the ASA. Whatever I have shown you, creating policies, creating object, modifying the ACLs and all. So these are your 50%, and you know the 20. I can say 30% work will be the default configuration, manual creating name is IP address, zone name, and this time this is actually one-time effort. And next time what left with that is say NAT configuration. If you have some new web server, then only we do add the NAT policy. Otherwise, no NAT policy required. Only day-to-day activity you need to modify the ACLs. Okay, when you will modify, when you understand the zones and all, when you see the configuration, take the pen paper and understand, draw the diagram, how it look, how it could be, and where they want to deny and what they want to allow. Okay, and what the remaining work will be here is VPN. ASA also support site-to-site VPN and remote access VPN. That we will see on Monday. So this is, I can say, your 60-70% ASA work is here. You will not see any another work apart from this. Now tell me, ASA is firewall is easy or routing is easy?
Routing is easy.
Routing is easy. What do you say? Routing, switching, or firewall? Which one is easy? Routing. Umar, someone text. After fully understand firewall is easy. It's in. Okay, fine, perfect. Umar, अच्छा कुछ भी easy नहीं है भाई पूरा easy चल so no problem. So see, in the day-to-day operation, in the switching side, what you will have a new servers, just create the uh, add the port interface, create the trunk and all, and these are the day-to-day operation. In the routing, when you have a new network, that time you need to add the new routing and add object group, redistribute and all that type of routing. In the firewall, you will have a daily something like this new server, they want to talk to this guy, so just apply the rule here. This guy new DMZ is applied here, you want public access, so apply the public access. So like this type of work, just try to understand the switching, routing and the firewall, they are all are interconnected. So the student, what they do generally, they learn the firewall directly, but they don't know, see, the firewall required the routing knowledge, switching knowledge.
Oh,
So
okay,
that
right,
is,
that's true.
yeah, that is my actually the purpose. Like I don't directly teach the firewall directly. If someone tell me I want to learn the firewall, no, do you know the switching and routing, then only come to the firewall. Third step.
You're
Okay.
absolutely right.
No, ASDM not supported on packages. Okay. So let's stop here. We will continue on Monday. Tomorrow will not have any class. So let's get back on Monday. So please, guys, do the practice. Try to use a DMZ, however it is. At least try to make this diagram. Okay, try to give the IP addresses, run some routing and all. Just try, feel the ASA. So at least see, packet tester ASA, it is not 100% like ASA, but at least 60 to 70% almost your work is you will able to understand with the packet tester. And if you want everything perfectly, then you need to install the GNS and you need to get the VMs and all. You need to install that. You can test that out. Okay, but um, at least first do it on the packet tester, because it is actually it is fulfilling your almost most of the requirements. Okay. So with this note, let's stop here. And any questions?